Hello and welcome back to the Banner Saga 2. Okay. Let's do this training. Second time lucky. Okay, not many lightly defended units this time, so put him there. Put her there. So we're going to use track. Ignore a substantial part of the enemy's armor. He's coming for us, but it's not going to help him terribly much. Right. Runic Gale on that location, please. So yep, that puts runes in useful places. So we're going to let her move to there. And shatter that guy's armor. Should let him move into a very high damage spot there. Take him out. Okay. So we've gained some renown for using him a bit. Yeah, okay. Runic Gale on that location, please. That should allow me to move her to there, and then forward to there. And attack him for medium damage, please. Okay. Activate track. That'll ignore 6 armor. Okay, use Runic Gale. Good, because that lets her go across and get those, so she can actually pick up 2. And still hit that guy with enough damage to badly weaken him. Should let track prove fatal for both. Okay. Yeah, she's got the most out of Runic Gale, so for now she's going to start actually attacking enemies. That did bugger all. You are going to activate Champion. So he's trying to hit her. You activate Track, use it to ignore armor. So the next kill he gets is victory in the training mission. I'm actually going to move her over to here. Have her hit him with armor break. So he's now effectively got no armor against the track attack. Use Champion. Now unfortunately you can't hit that guy. Damn, not enough to actually kill them. That's irritating. An annoying pain in the neck. So he doesn't become okay, good. He doesn't become visible. Which means I can move her around there. Hit that guy for some damage. Which means once it's his turn again, he should be able to kill that guy. So you can take him out. Kill him. Sneaky, renown +5. Nice. Whew. Good job, people. Kill 5 enemies while stealthed. Got 3 enemies with a tracker. So we got a pretty healthy chunk of renown after that. Out of that. Any more for any more? Not teaching anything else until he gets out of this damn cave. Fair enough. So what have you got to say? The young mender stands tall and proud as you approach. Bulwark, I was wondering about what it takes to become a raven. I've never heard stories about a test or trials to join. Is there a test? Why do you care? Aren't you Zephyr's lackey? Well, apprentice, yes. I'm a full mender training to become a Valka. Part of our training requires world experience. Couldn't you work with a blacksmith or something? Nichols frowns at her. Would you kill someone for coin? Kill for... The mender's face pales a bit. I mean, I guess if that was the job. Volker walks up and claps a hand on one of Nichols' now sagging shoulders. Most of what we do never makes it into the Skald songs. I guess I need to think on this a bit more. Let us know in Manhar. Nichols nods as you walk off. Okay, so that went pretty well, so now let's get the hell out of this goddamn cave. If we're going to be in it for longer than a week, we could start having supply issues. In the light of torches, everyone is covered in soot and dirt. They smell bad too. It comes as no surprise when the sound of running water excites the caravan. It has to be an underground river or something, a woman says, and all the villagers start moving in that direction. Everyone stop, scouts will check it out. Those around you stop, but others push onward, and soon you hear small popping noises, then screams. All you see is bobbing torches until the villagers run back to the path. It killed them! A man yells. You grab him by the shoulder. Some kind of plant! Leaves made the noises like water, but it had thorns to grab them and they just died! This is terrible, Zephyr says, taking the deaths personally. We should stick to the paths as much as possible. Too much can go wrong down here. The faces of those passing you are frightened. Which part of the scouts will check it out to these yahoos not understand? Though torches highlight the craggy black rocks and puddles on the path underfoot, they do little to keep everyone together. Sharp turns around boulders quickly block lines of sight. We've lost a few families, Zephyr informs you. We need to stop and find them. You consider your options. There is only time. I appreciate the help, she says, and splits everyone into search groups. As you search, you realise it's just as hard to track time down here as above with the sun that never moves. Sometime later, you think you hear voices to the left. Call out to the left. Using a softer voice than usual, you call out, "You there?" A moment later, you hear a response. "You there?" The voice sounds like yours, but different. Search in the direction. As you move away from the main path, you leave someone with a torch standing every so often. This route proves useless, as it seems you must have heard nothing but an echo. You follow the line of torches back to the path. Keep searching it. A bit further down, you find the source of the sounds. A mother is holding her children, tucked away in the recesses of a rock formation. She whimpers as you approach, and Volker says, "Better let me handle this." Moments later, you all head back to meet with Zephyr. Surprisingly, all the missing clansmen were found. Good job, everyone. Water barrels are running low. Holfie, your quartermaster reports. And I'll be damned if I start licking these slimy rocks for a drink. The shield maiden looks at you. These people start getting desperate for water down here. You cut her off. I know. Send out some scouts. We'll camp here until they return. Some of your ravens and other members of the caravan group grab torches and water skins before heading off in different directions. Better catch some rest while you can, Volker says. Nothing to do till they get back anyway. Lying down, you focus on the sound of a small drip somewhere inside the cave. It grows louder, like a beat of a drum, like thousands of feet marching behind you. You turn and everyone stops. You see the glowing eyes of your army looking at you in admiration. 100 members break formation to dig holes in the caravan floor and place stone bowls in the depressions. Bowls quickly fill with water and the first is offered to you. You slake your thirst before seeing your red armoured reflection in the bowl. You wake up with a shout and Volker joins you. What was it this time? She asks. Instruct her on finding water. Dig holes, you say. Put bowls down them. See if they fill with water. She sets some ravens to follow your strange commands, and shortly after you hear the whooping cheers of success. The celebration brings all the scouts back early. That's kind of ominous. A rope bridge with wooden planking crosses an open span in the cabin formations. Looks old, Volker says. Narrow, not meant for carts. Get the menders to reinforce it. Both Zephyr and Nichols move through the crowd and begin tracing patterns in the air with their staffs. The only thing you can see is a slight lift in the bridge, but they walk across first to calm any fears, and the caravan crosses without incident. That is a really creepy looking bridge. In fact, this entire bit's quite creepy, which it's supposed to be. Seriously, caves. Oi. I mean, I'm not particularly claustrophobic, but still, caves. Oi. That is one big goddamn box. You know, the classic question with immortality is, okay, he's immortal, fair enough.
I've slept in
What happens if we cut his head off?
Winters.
And all his limbs.
But there's something about this
And
place.
all his fingers.
Something old. Unfamiliar. I don't like it. But I don't like all these humans on the verge of panic either. Maybe these dwellings up ahead will calm them down.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Sorry. This is another Godstone, is it? Looks Godstone-esque. Albeit upside down and slightly creepy one. Some sort of god of the underworld, maybe? Yep, looks god of the underworldy. Zephyr looks up at the giant-shaped pattern glittering with strange glowing patterns. The Valka know almost nothing about this ancient race's culture, let alone their god, Vesnan. The name alone might be wrong, but we have a framework of letters based upon repeating patterns found around here. She wanders around the glowing pools of the Godstone. If we are correct, Vesnan was not their only god, but he became one of the most powerful at the cost of everything dear to him. She looks at you. Of course, if what you hold dear is something like control, maybe there is power in letting go. Gems of various sizes and shapes are found embedded in the surrounding stones. The clansmen are soon hammering away in an attempt to pry a particularly large gem loose. The ringing of hammers echoes in the deep. Stop! You're making too much noise. Some look angry, but the fear of the unknown down here is enough to keep them from saying anything. They all move away, though a few look back longingly at the stone. Yeah, I don't think looting it's the best idea. Ooh, the pools. Let's look at the pools. This was a sacred sanctuary for those who built it, the Valka says, walking around the perfectly rippling pools. At least from what we've uncovered. The top pool was reflecting on one's deeds. The middle was to ask for strength from the world, and the bottom was for insight into one's future. She hesitates before saying, I've never done anything but study their inscriptions. Reflect on your past at the top pool. The quiet drips and the soft glows in the cave lend themselves to a natural reverence. Reverence. You drop to a knee by the top pool, expecting to drink from it, and you see your reflection in the surface. Your horns are back. You must be in your first century, not fully grown. You feel the cool wind from Eryx's wings above you and glance up to see the red mare slipping away from one cloud to the next, heading towards the mountains ahead of you. The few Varl around you laugh at your wonder, calling you a dreamer. You smile. When you open your eyes, you are back in the cave, your cupped hand still poised over the pool, but the water has gone dark. The other pools are almost the same. You were gone a while, Volker says. She almost missed the laugh from your fighters. She tosses a bag to you. We found some food, probably tucked away by the Valka. That was a bit creepy. Let's move on, because I don't care what that guy's got to say. A scout rushes back to the caravan. There's gold down here! You feel a surge of excitement like everyone else. A vein as thick as my leg, just over... well, just around! The man looks left and right confused. Oh, damn it, I'm all turned around. Gold does us no good right now, anyway. Maybe not for you, Scrawny Man says. Not all of us got your reputation, though. Takes coin for certain things in town. Others agree even as you move the caravan along. Later, others report some people missing. A lot of good gold will do them down here, you say. Are they implying that they need gold to buy the services of prostitutes, or is that just the way my brain works? You stop, turn your head, and open your jaw slightly to increase your hearing. What's that sound? You ask Volker. She only shrugs. It's quiet, you say, but like a beat or something. She listens for a moment and shrugs again. Maybe you're not hearing us cooped in that tunnel anymore, she says, watching the entire caravan move towards the incredible bones ahead. Can you imagine the beast that left these? She turns to find you down on your knees, once again grasping your head. He's having some weird-ass dreams.
Lightning. White Tower. Who am I?
This has something to do with Juno's weird thing. When we saw her talking to the serpent all the way back in the previous game. On your feet, come on! You blink rapidly, but everything is dark. A purple glow casts its light on the skin of someone next to you. You growl instantly and have claw and fang in your hands. Have you lost your mind? Volker whispers. Quit acting like a fool and put your axes away. You try to catch your breath as you look around. It's that same depth-cursed dream, you say. One with the tower. Clearer this time, but my hands. Zephyr approaches. Is everything okay? You look... Her face snaps towards hers. Everything's fine, Volker. She studies your face, then Volker's before saying, then we should keep moving. The air feels full of warning. You walk past her without a word. Something very weird going on here. What are we looking at, Volker? The centre of the Earth? For others' sake, it's best not we discuss it. We're actually doing okay in terms of food and morale. Wait, the Volker says quietly. Stop it. Softly stepping forward. Something is wrong. Listen. You feel more than hear a sound. Vibrations through the cabin floor, perhaps. Get ready for anything, you say. The ravens spread the word down the line, each fighter drawing their weapons. Volker, you're getting us out of this one. Clear? She looks concerned, but before she responds, you see movement over the rise of the massive cavern. There's a silhouette of a dredge force with large shapes you've never before seen. Fan-flamin-tastic. Dredge, just what I did not need on this bloody mission. I'm taking him along because he's actually kind of useful, and he hits pretty well, especially against medium-armoured targets. Especially if we can soften them up for him beforehand. Loading, 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 loading. In fact, I probably should pretty much lead with him as a offensive unit, shouldn't I? Okay, get him back there. To there. To there, her over there. Ready. No ranged units, you notice. They're all melee fighters. Kill him. Oh, that was a short battle. Ah, one of these buggers again. Hello, ugly. That is going to be a problem, I suspect, because that is a big bastard. Are you kidding me? That monster! She's the Sunder Eyeless, can raise the fallen, destroy her! How? She's not even on the bleeding map. Alright, take that one out. Aha, there she is. Bloody hell, took him down in one go. Close in. Start chipping away. Focus on her armor. Take it down. They can close in to try and assist, but they're not going to get it done in time. Take him down. Oh, bloody hell. And now it's bringing the sodding cave down on top of us. This is just marvellous. Leg it. Ilis is trying to bring the cave down on our heads! Zephyr screams. I can stop her, but it... The Valka abruptly grows quiet and scans the people running for their lives. Just keep them all together, Nichols. Here, Valka Zephyr, the young Mender says, helping the older woman to her feet nearby. Zephyr grabs Nichols and whispers to him. The young Mender's eyes go wide, and he nods solemnly. He turns to you and says, I'm sorry if I was a nuisance. A large rock falls nearby and he stumbles away, back towards Ilis. Nichols begins tracing a pattern in the air. You yell for everyone to keep moving, tossing those who stop to turn around. And when you look back, Zephyr is standing behind Nichols, tracing an alternate pattern. The young man glows for only a moment, hair flapping as if a giant gust is blowing past him. Then he crumbles. Ilis grows quiet in the distance. You watch the form of the Sundar shake and struggle to maintain its form. Then it fades, like snow blowing over a hilltop. A few more rocks tumble down and you grab the sagging Valka before she is crushed. Once you have met up with everyone else, you tally the numbers. The losses are not as bad as they could have been. I doubt that ended her, Zephyr says. And there are many passages here which Ilis knows all too well. She's been tracking us. We need to leave those caves immediately. You pause and say, What you did with that Mender boy? Zephyr turns ahead. We can discuss Nichols' sacrifice another time. We must move. You give the command. No one hesitates to obey. I've got to say, the Valka seem a bit, too willing to sacrifice people. Whether that be random people or their own bloody guys. Sorrow and uncertainty swirl across the Valka's face until she finally stands still. What? You ask. Things have changed down here, she says. Rocks have shifted, rifts have opened. I doubt Ilis did all this, but regardless, I'm not entirely sure which path to take. Then just choose one before anyone panics. Of course, we'll head left here, and I will search for clues for the passage to Mahana. Volvok! All around us! Volker shouts. You peer into the darkness and see something approaching which resembles a dredge. A morbidly warped dredge. A woman runs to grab her child, but the thing cleaves both of them with a strange weapon. The bodies blacken and twist upon the ground. Don't fall to these feigned beasts! You shout, charging at the enemy. Well, fan-flamin-tastic. You need to go further up the pecking combat order. Purely because if you're going to stealth and actually attack people, basically he needs to be the first guy to move so that he can get into stealth immediately. Otherwise he runs the risk of getting killed like he did in the previous battle. So what the hell are these things? Yeah, he's fine there. Have everybody ready to close the enemy down quickly. Okay, you. Oh yeah, you need to be adjacent to an ally. Okay, cloak. Seriously, what in the hell are those things? Apart from really goddamn ugly. Move up. Strike to his armor. Should do massive damage. Get over there. Activate Stonewall. This one's going to be coming up. Yep, can't close to engagement range quick enough. Get over there. Target his armor. You. Yes, it can't get through here, can it? Means you can hit it with your spear while it can't get you. Oh, well that's just creepy. Get over there. And turn. Ugh. Bloody tentacles. Would have to be bloody tentacles, wouldn't it? Okay, get over there. Seriously? You're only going to do that much damage? And the turn. Okay, she absorbed the worst of that. Okay, take down the last of his armor. Follow-up shit. Follow-up hit. Swearing by accident. That's impressive. The follow-up hit should Got a lot of damage. Oh, bollocks, I didn't think you could get round there. Yeah, that's his armour completely degraded. There you go, shield is now gone. And our bloody Valky's down. God, these things are creepy as hell. Aha! Only 6 damage. Pissing hell, this thing's tough. Actually, I suppose he is wounded, isn't he? So he's got it. Kill it. Okay, they explode when they go down. That's bleeding marvellous. Kill it, please. What in the hell are these things? Initiate track. Rest up. Get over there. Rest up. Yes, he's breaking up from the guy who has actually been kind of pummeling him, so that's a perfectly logical thing for him to do. Get over there. Should be able to ignore enough damage to... Really? Okay. Damn. Okay, do not walk over that stuff. I don't think they understand the concept of not doing a thing. Move to there, shatter his armour. Actually, screw it, just kill him. What the hell? Well, that's new. Terrifying. Okay, last of his armour. Just because I want to give you the kill. What the hell were those things? Apart from really goddamn creepy. And we only got 8 bloody renown for fighting them as well. Well, those things were terrifying. Moments pass while you calm yourself from the fight. What in the depths were those things? You ask, but no one answers. The Valkyrie is using her spear to sift through the glowing remains. Her face strains to hide her fear. Look, she says, pointing to the edge of the torch's light. To the sides of the path is a wounded dredge stone singer. Draw your axes, but Zephyr begins to hum. The stone singer responds. Those creatures were like nothing I've ever seen before. Looks to me like some kind of dredge. So does this one. This one is a mender of sorts. You know of these slags? I know quite a few. Volker gasps and you find yourself growling, but Zephyr ignores the response. She makes a dull noise, almost a hum. The stone singer responds in kind. He says, "Greetings," and that he dreamed of you? All of the clansmen and fighters back away and whisper. She's talking to it! She's talking to it! Ask it what those things were. The Valkyrie again makes unfamiliar sounds like Skull trying to find the right tune, and the stone singer responds. He says they are a nightmare. Then something about mercy, and he thanks you. The language is difficult for me, but I can learn more from him once he is healed. And where do you plan to heal him? In a cart on our way to Myanmar? Volker turns and stares at you. I want to hear more. Get him in the cart. This is a mistake. This isn't like you. We kill these things. Not invite them into our camp. The shield maiden walks off instead of saying anything else. Zephyr looks at you. She'll get over it. Zephyr thanks you again as the stone singer is lifted into a cart. He hums something you cannot understand. Alright, let's camp up. That seems like a reasonable opportunity to do so. I'm assuming we haven't added the stone singer to our party. That would just be awesome. +3 will on rest. That's actually really kind of useful for Possibly for Mender, actually. Anywho. Rank him up to 10. Oh, he's not quite there yet. Once he gets there, he'll be blooming unstoppable. Either way, though, I think that's a good point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next. Once this loading screen is finished, there we go.